Good morning, welcome to NMS. There are two different ways that you can increase your calorie deficit every day or get yourself into a calorie deficit. One is to exercise more. So let's say you're doing a certain number of weight training sessions per week, certain number of cardio sessions per week. Maybe you increase your cardio sessions up. That's going to burn more calories. Or the alternative is you drop your calories down to meet your current demands so that you can actually get into some sort of a deficit, okay? Or increase your deficit, okay? So those are the two things you can do. Let's have a look at it from both perspectives. So let's say you increase your cardio levels. Now, that's all well and good as long as, you're doing your weight training and your cardio and you're recovering from that, you feel pretty good. But if you're starting to feel quite a lot of physical fatigue from the amount of cardio you're doing, maybe you're doing too much cardio, okay? That is the stress on the body. That creates more cortisol levels, okay? Potential for muscle loss. I don't want to talk too much about cortisol because people really think cortisol is the worst hormone ever, and it's not. It's there to help you to survive, okay? And cortisol increase doesn't necessarily mean muscle loss, but it can mean lower testosterone levels. So we don't want to be doing too much cardio, okay? But we want to do enough to obviously burn calories. Now the other approach is obviously we're going to cut our calories down. Now obviously I'm not going to cut protein. Protein is important. I'm probably going to cut carbohydrates and fats. Now if I'm in a deeper calorie deficit by doing that, okay, that means that my blood glucose levels at some points is going to be low. And my body is going to want to create glucose for energy from amino acids. It can't do it from fat. From the amino acids, therefore, I'm going to be burning through more amino acids to create that glucose so that my muscles now have energy. And so my cells now have energy. And keep in mind, every cell in your body uses glucose for energy. Every cell, okay? Some can't use fat. Despite the fact that your body's storing lots of fat for a rainy day, not every cell can use it, so therefore it's got to go and break down protein to amino acids and then use those amino acids for energy. So you've cut your calories, you're using more of the protein. Or you've increased your cardio, but now your body's fatigued, you created more stress, okay, on the body, and your body's not recovering. So therefore, both methods will end up in potentially, in the future, some muscle protein loss. So what do? Well, like I used to work in different sort of manufacturing, and we always found that machines had a certain speed that you turn them to. It's like a rhythm, okay? Your body and your machines are very similar. They have a rhythm that they like to work at. So when you try to increase your fat burning, there's a potential for muscle loss. When you're not eating in a calorie deficit, okay, there is no fat loss. Unless you're putting on a little bit of muscle, but the two processes don't happen very quickly when you're in some sort of maintenance, okay? But to get a calorie deficit, you need to be in a deficit, you need to decrease your calories, okay? But that could result in muscle loss if you try to go too low. So we try to find the magic point. How much cardio, how many calories, okay, in order to go and get this slow burning fat loss, okay, that keeps us comfortable. We don't feel too fatigued from doing it. We keep muscle mass, we stay strong, okay, and we don't feel too hungry all the time. Where is that number? I don't know. Every single person, it's different. So I try to find that magic number with most people, and you will find that as your metabolism starts to diminish with contest prep, that number will be lower again, okay, because your metabolism has diminished. So the answer to these questions, guys, is should I increase cardio or should I increase, or decrease my calories? The answer is really it depends on which one you're comfortable with and whether, decreasing calories causes massive hunger or increasing cardio causes massive fatigue. So you got to find that magic formula. I can't give it to you because, person to person, that's very different. So you're going to have to find for yourself. I help clients to find this magic formula. And it's not always easy to find, and it always keeps changing, and that's why we have to keep sort of changing around our food in order to keep finding what that magic point is. I hope this video was helpful to you. I know I'm not giving you the answers, but I'm also, explaining to you that there are answers, but you need to find them. Have a good day, guys. Like, comment, share. Okay. Follow my page. It helps me out. It helps you out because you get lots of good information. And I'll talk to you in the next video.